Hello, everyone. We actually have quite a bit of an intro cutscene to go through, so we'll do our introductions during that. But let's start our countdown. 3, 2, 1, go! All right. My name is Eric, and today I'm going to showcase any percent HSG for Dying Light. And behind me, I actually have the person who introduced me to Dying Light speedrunning in general. So please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Amyrlinn. I ran this game co-op with TFC like 7 years ago at this point. And apparently the run has changed massively. Eric was like, listen, you shouldn't watch any of my run beforehand, so you can be really surprised and angry at how much we just don't do of that run anymore.
Yeah, I'm really excited to show off this run today. Like, this run is completely different compared to how you ran it years ago. And it's even like changed in the last 2 days as well. There's been a lot of discoveries very recently before GDQ, and I'm excited to really show off everything that this run is capable of. But yeah, HSG, I won't get too deep into it right now, but I will tell you this, the G part of HSG stands for glitch. So this won't be a glitchless run. Be prepared to see some interesting things happen. For now, we're on our way to Rahim, who is the boss. I'm going to go talk to him on the top floor. We're in a safe zone right now, so we don't really have access to sprinting or anything like that. But we're just going to be on our way up there. Also, be prepared for a lot of out of bounds. We are going to be doing that very soon, right after we talk to our boy Rahim, right behind this window. So we're going to go over here. I'm going to hold space, interact with this door. And then during this screen, I'm going to be jumping left. And we're immediately going to go into the first out of bounds sequence. Going to grab onto this, rotate to the right, jump at this wall, look up and down, and I'm going to mantle on top of here. On top of here. And now we have a little bit of a dialogue to go through here that actually freezes our movement. So what we're going to try and do is jump, initiate that dialogue, come down here to the 13th floor, and we're actually frozen right now until this dialogue finishes. But during this 13th floor sequence, we're going to be learning how to craft and make medkits. But in the meantime, we do have a minute for donations. Vex, do you have anything?
Absolutely. We've got $30 from JM, who says, dying light during my morning light. Hello, GDQ, and greetings from Europe. We are just waking up. Good morning.
Morning.
We also have $50 from Telemundo, who says, love the runs. Keep it going.
We have some more time. We can keep going.
Absolutely. $100 from The Fool that says, I would be horrified if I forgot to donate during the horror block. Let's bring some hope together. Don't forget, every dollar counts and every dollar matters to Doctors Without Borders.
All right, time for one more.
Perfect. We've got $25 from Anonymous that says, as long as we continue to try and help others in this world, evil hasn't won. Thank you for the effort put into this event. Been watching for years, and now more than ever, it feels like it's a bastion of good.
All right, so while I've been down here, you may notice that I'm picking up some duct tape. We're going to need a lot of duct tape for this run, specifically 8,192 duct tape. It is a zombie survival game, and you know, in zombie survival games, duct tape is obviously the most useful item to have, so that's why we're going to grab 8,000 of that. And I also picked up a tin can. That tin can is used for a crafting recipe to make grenades, and we're going to be using grenades later on in the run, if we can find the rest of the crafting recipe for that. But in the meantime, we're going to be doing a duplication glitch to get our 8,192 duct tape. Amy, do you remember how the duplication works in this game?
I tried to refresh myself a little bit. So we've got a storage here. We're going to put the duct tape into the storage, and then he's doing it very fast. So we're going to put some duct tape into the storage, menu over to it. Under that menu, we're going to withdraw the amount of duct tape that we have in our inventory, and that duplicates the amount of duct tape that we have in our inventory. So if we have 128, we're going to withdraw 128 out of the storage, which contains 1 duct tape. And we do this a bunch, and now he has 8,194 duct tape.
Okay, I was off by 2, but yeah, good enough. Well, we finished the duplication sequence, yay! The inputs there are kind of precise, so it's very easy to mess it up. I messed up about once, so it's not too bad. I'm not upset about that. It's okay. So we're going to learn about the whole parkour mechanic about Dying Light. Dying Light, again, is a parkour survival game, so we get to do some fun movement around the game, and there's the movement in this game and in the entire Dying Light franchise is honestly like the reason why I run it. I'm a big fan of movement shooters, and this happens to be like basically right up my alley. Just going to go up here. We're going to have a little bit of a menu. We can go ahead and cancel that and continue on. Now we're going to do our first little skip here. Instead of walking across this crane, we're actually going to jump off of here, turn to the right, and we're going to jump off of here as well, and that will teleport us right next to Raheem. So we can talk to him. Walk off here in the black screen, and now we're going to talk to Raheem again. Now be careful, do not go near Raheem when he teleports like that. If you're touching him while he teleports away, there's a chance you teleport with him to a different part of the map, and you are pretty much soft locked there, and you have to reset and go back to the menu. But we're going to be doing just running around here, learning how parkour works. I'm going to stop sprinting so I get my stamina back. I'm going to continue now. Now, instead of going through this area like you're intended to, I'm just going to go ahead and do some jumps here. Jump up here, and I'm going to mantle this wall up ahead. And I'm just going to press jump as fast as I can to climb on top of here. Jump, jump, and that was pretty much the entire parkour sequence where you learn how to move through the run.
That's a lot harder than it seems.
Yeah. Okay. So coming up, there's going to be an animation that tries to stop us and make us look at our hand like we're turning or something. But if we land here and are in a falling animation during that, we actually skip it. So you see my screen is all fuzzy and everything, but because I was in an animation, it actually just skipped over that. So we're a little bit slow now, but we're making our way back to Raheem. We're going to talk to him, and immediately after that, we're going to exo-warp. And when we do that, we're going to go back to the menu, and then load the game back up again, and we'll be sent to the elevator where we're going to go downstairs and talk to the quartermaster. While we go through another loading screen, we do have time for a donation.
We've got $250 from Girly G3, who says, greetings from Tranquility Base in Lake City, Colorado. We love everything about Doctors Without Borders. Good luck on all the runs tonight. So get that love in. Keep climbing that number. We can hit, I think, $1.35 million.
Oh, easily.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so we're going to talk to the quartermaster here. After we finish our dialogue with him, he's going to make us pick up a weapon. So we have to pick up that in order to exit that. And now we are pretty much officially out of the prologue and starting the run. We are now going to see what the outdoors looks like.
So the really funny part of this, while Eric was warming up on stage, is he was going through this prologue, and I was like, I don't remember this at all. That's because I ran co-op, and in co-op you don't do this whole tutorial section.
Yeah.
You start 10 minutes into the actual run.
You pretty much go when all the action starts, which is, fun. Okay, so now we're on our way to Zera. He's the scientist here working on a cure for, I think there's a zombie virus going on. Okay, I'm gonna admit, I speedrun this game. I don't know much about the story. I know, very cliche. Speedrunner doesn't know the stories game he's running, but again, I do love this game. It is absolutely great, and one of, honestly, my favorite speedruns of all time. This has to be cemented in my top 3 forever. Just the amount of tech that goes on in this game is incredible, and I'm excited to show it off. But for now,
is so sick.
Yeah, the movement is incredible. So we're going to be picking up a care package here, and we're going to be duplicating this care package using the 8,194 duct tape we got earlier. And the reason why we're duplicating this care package is because it actually gives us XP, and we can use that to pretty much get to max level in 2 trips. And the reason why we do 8,194 is that if we do any more, I believe the XP actually rolls over and goes into the negative, so you don't get any. So that is the special number to get as much as you want. Also, I just kind of went through the wall there. You can clip through some walls in this, and that just skips waiting for the guy to get out of the way. And now we're on to our first assignment. As you can see, our quest on the right for Brecken's mission. We're going to be powering on some vehicles around the map to set traps for later. And after we do this, we'll have access to being able to use car bombs to distract zombies, and that'll be useful later in the run. Now we're running over to a safe zone to go save one of our friends here, or see if he turned. We have time for a donation while we make our way over there. All right. So I'm about to run out of stamina here. I'm going to go ahead and kick to the ground there, just so I don't run out of stamina. Yeah, kicking is the special way to just regain all your stamina. I'm not sure why it works, but it's convenient. So we will be kicking whenever we run low on stamina. All right, we're gonna go ahead and open this door. And unfortunately, we see our friend here is now a zombie. So we're gonna break open his head. Oh man, I think it's too late for this guy. So in the meantime, while we wait for this dialogue, we're actually gonna be getting some parkour XP. It is imperative that we get to level 5 parkour before we get to pit. as level 5 parkour just overall increases all of your movement abilities and makes you do everything a little bit faster. Now we're going to duplicate our care packages here. We're going to put our and toxic lichen as well, which is something we picked up earlier. Nice. Perfect. I got those both first try, and that's really good that I did that because that radio would have interrupted that duplicating sequence. Very happy with that. All right, now we're on our way back to the quartermaster to go hand in our 8,000 care packages, did I? Okay, I did put one back in, perfect. I had to leave one more care package in the storage so I can duplicate it again later so I can get another group of 8,000. Now, while we're on our way back to the quartermaster, we're going to be checking his inventory for 3 items. Number 1, and the most important item for the entire run, is going to be plastic, because we need that as a crafting supply to make toxic trap bombs later on in the run. And additionally, if we can find chemicals and household supplies, that would be convenient so we can craft grenades instead of wandering around to go pick them up. Let's see, we got nothing. All right. Well, we can make a couple trips to the quartermaster later and hopefully we find something. So we're just going to be upgrading all our abilities. Also, we handed in those care packages, so we pretty much maxed our level. And now we also have the grapple hook this early on in the run. The grapple hook is basically the main form of movement mechanic we have. So I'm going to go ahead and pick that up out of my storage now, put these speed boosters in so I can duplicate them. Now we have unlimited speed boosters that we just crafted at the quartermaster. And now we're going to do our first GRE call. So GRE calls are like little radio sequences where you call headquarters to talk about all the information you found so far. I guess we're investigating for them. And we do have town Vex, if you have anything to say during this sequence.
Well, we've got $10 from Guillaume, who says, "Hi, Eric. Good luck for Belgium, and may the HSG God be with you."
Shout out to Guillaume. He's one of the best runners we have in the Dying Light community. Cool guy. All right, so right after this, we're going to be using our grapple hook a couple times. You're going to see I'm spamming my grapple constantly throughout the entire run, and the reason for that is that we get 10 XP per grapple, and just little inches closer to the level 5 marker we're trying to hit throughout our journey to the pit. So I'm going to do this 1, 2, 3. I'm going to pop a speed pot. And now we're going to be looking through all these little containers here for either chemicals, plastic, or household supplies. I got nothing so far. Let's try these two. Nothing, nothing. Okay. So we're going to have to look through some more stuff later on. So now I got to power up these cars. Hopefully the zombies won't interrupt me. They can just keep swiping at you while you're doing this. Okay, we're good for this car. This car is the dangerous one.
And he's just throwing a distraction bomb.
Yeah.
It's not anything. It's, it's very similar to just like a decoy grenade.
Okay, so I actually got hit during that, and it canceled the tail end of the animation, which is good. If we got hit any earlier in the animation, we would have had to try to plant the bomb again. But it actually worked out very conveniently for us. Also, anything in here? Oh, household supply. That's one of the 2 crafting ingredients we need for grenades. Now we just need chemicals. All right, so now we're powering on all these lights that we're doing for a night mission. We're going to go ahead and just do that. Also, grapple, as you can see, it's just the best form of movement we have. We can pretty much go anywhere we want super fast, and it's very convenient to have this at this point in the run. Whereas I think in regular runs, you really don't have this until you reach the halfway point when you enter Old Town.
Yeah, in co-op, again, we do the duping glitch like super early, so we had the grappling hook from the beginning. But yeah, I also should state that this grappling hook is less easy to use than it looks. You have to be pretty close to what you're aiming at to grapple on, and it'll also like go out of range a lot of times, and you'll completely miss what you're aiming at.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. So, I mean, if you grapple something, it won't necessarily take you to that either.
Yeah, it like you'll bonk into anything along the way. So the precision that he's doing with the grappling hooks is a lot harder than it seems.
All right, so I'm switching to nightmare difficulty here. Ooh, scary. And the reason for that is we're going to be stacking our speed pots here. So I did a speed pot before I did an exo warp there, and by doing a speed pot on this difficulty on nightmare, it actually gives us 2 speed pots, one for story difficulty, one for nightmare difficulty, so we can run extra fast right now. So now we're going over here to turn on this generator, and during this cutscene, since we're on nightmare, we actually can progress game time during menuing, so this is also another reason why we use nightmare difficulty. I'm gonna switch my quest to stuffed turtle, crouch through here, open this, and after I turn the power on here, I will be doing another exo warp to get back over to a place where we're gonna be doing the very first major glitch of the run. This is a portion of HSG. This isn't just like all HSG does. But what we're going to be doing here is activating HSG, and the way we do that is by hook, look back, hook. We're going to grab a zombie, drink a speed pot, look up, toggle FPS and menu, and now we're going to teleport to our next objective, which is this house here. Yeah, HSG is interesting.
Broken.
It's a little broken. It's also a very fun mechanic. But yeah, that is just one part of HSG, and I guess I should mention what HSG actually stands for at this point, and that is hook, stuck, glitch. And so by doing that look back, double hook, we actually get the hook stuck in our hitbox. And then if we grapple a zombie, it will cause the grapple hook just to kind of freak out constantly while it's stuck in our hitbox, and it makes us do really weird things depending on what we decide to do on our player. Also, we're get a little cure for plastic or chemicals, but we got neither. A bit worrisome. So because we didn't get chemicals there, I think we will have to grab grenades later on manually instead of crafting them. I'm also going to be upgrading all my abilities here, as I do have basically unlimited XP to spend at this point. I'm going to switch my quest to Bozak Cord. Now, the way Bozak Cord works is that it's actually a DLC quest, so I don't want to go to it. What I'm going to do here in my menu, and I'll do this one slow so you can follow along, I'm going to go F and then click Return to Main Campaign. And when you're on the Bozak Cord quest and you return to Main Campaign, this will take you to somewhere else that is, convenient for us in this run. And it's actually going to take us inside the tower where we need to be. I'm actually going to do some shopping here, see if I can find... Hey, we got chemical... Oh, I have no more on you. Let me sell all my duct tape. Goodbye, 8,000 duct tape. Now I can buy these chemicals. And this will be all I'll buy. Oh, was that a semi-auto shotgun? It was. Okay, we need that. Perfect. We got our shotgun. A shotgun is like the best weapon in the run, as it heavily reduces the randomness of the enemy death animations. And the shotgun is just like perfect to have for the run. Also, I need to do this one more time. Return to main campaign. And this will take us back outside. And from here, we're going to go through another GR recall and finish all of our upgrades. I'm going to check the Quartermaster one more time just to see if we can get some plastic. I believe the Quartermaster should have an updated inventory. Let's see. No plastic. Sad. All right, we'll have to get that later on. All right, we're going to grapple here and grapple to our next GR recall. And we're just going to be finishing all of our upgrades during this. And then we're going to be doing another exit warp to Stuffed Turtle. So in the meantime, while we wait for all this to go through, we do have time for a couple donations, Vex.
Absolutely. We've got $100 from Anonymous that says, great tie knot, complimenting the dapper look we have of Eric, our runner.
Thank you.
We also have $25 from Lydia the cat that just says, meow.
Meow. Meow.
We have $250 from Cody Knuckle that says, this is AO speaking. Get to the nearest safe zone and wait until dawn. Good night and good luck.
Nice. All right, so I'm going to go back to story mode. I was on nightmare mode for that entire time, so I didn't get any pausing during menuing. And before I turned back to story mode, I actually drank a speed pot, and I'm going to drink another speed pot during this load screen here. And I should have like twice as much speed as we normally have. So now we're super fast. I do have an audio cue after this cutscene. I gotta listen to hitting some metal. I'm gonna jump. Ooh, okay. I missed my audio cue and I almost died, but luckily I grappled at the last second to save myself, so that was kind of scary. And wait a minute, did I get my crafting supplies for the grenades? I think I did, right? Let's see. I did. Sweet. So now we don't have to pick up grenades here. Normally we would pick up grenades at this section, but I got all the crafting supplies I needed. So all we need now for the rest of the run, we have shotgun, we got our 2 other crafting supplies. We would be nice to get an SMG or a military rifle. And plastic. Plastic is the absolutely necessary thing that we need to finish this run for some major skips later on. Right? We just picked up a parkour flag there. Those give you 500 XP towards your parkour skill. So we'll be picking up as much of those as possible. We just got an agility level up, nice. And I guess that's what I mean when I say parkour skills or agility skill. So we're gonna interact with this box and then turn right during this black screen, jump. Okay, we're on top of this fence. Also volatile, scary, dying light stuff. We're being chased, we're now at chase level 1. You can have several different levels of chase.
Short of the example of the grappling hook being really weird.
Yeah, it did not go where I wanted it to. Oh, another example, I just grappled onto nothing. That'll happen sometimes. Okay, and then we're just making our way back to the tower. I don't know if the shop refreshed. I do kind of want to check. But I will drink a speed pot here. And I honestly, I don't think it refreshed, so we're just going to keep going. Up here.
Let's check. Just okay.
Okay, let's just check. Nope, nothing.
Faded.
All right, so after I go upstairs here, I'm going to be switching my quest to Holier Tunnel. And Holier Tunnel is another DLC quest, but we're not going to be completing that DLC quest. We're just going to be using it as a teleport location to get to Ryze's compound more conveniently. And Ryze is like the main evil bad guy of this game. And we're going to talk to him and his goons right now. So we have this cutscene, and we're going to do an exit warp and make our way to Holier Tunnel. And we have time for one donation as we make our way there.
Perfect. We've got $50 from I'm Stoppable that says, had to donate during my favorite game that I've never seen a GDQ yet. Good luck on the run, Eric.
Thank you for the good luck. Okay, one important mechanic to know about nighttime is that you actually get double XP. So while we wait for some dialogue to go through here, we're actually going to be mantling as much as we can just to crank our XP up, just to get closer to that level 5 mark. And we're going to be doing an out-of-bounds sequence. This only saves like a couple seconds, but the main reason why we're doing it is so we can get some XP. The further away you grapple, the more XP you get. So we just got 116 for that single grapple. And now we're going to go here. Hold right, turn around, enter the compound. And now we're going to go talk to Kareem, who is like Ryze's right-hand man that, you know, gives you all of our quests we're going to be doing for Ryze, like collecting money from the people who owe him it. So talk to Kareem. Now we're going to go do some shopping. Let's look for SMG. Okay, there's the military rifle. We'll take that. No SMG. Do we have?
Nope. Plastic.
No plastic. Sad news. Okay, back to Holier Tunnel we go. All right, so this is where we're going to be doing another application of HSG, or hook stuck glitch. I will explain how we activate it one more time. So we're going to switch to a melee weapon. So our pipe here. We're going to be hooking, looking back, and hooking again. And now we need to hook a zombie. You saw that was a little bit freaky there. You get to look down, and normally you're not supposed to be able to move during like radio scenes or anything like that. Oh, okay. Also, something to know about HSG is that it's very random, and it can kind of just do whatever it wants and kill us at any time. We're going to switch through the quest packed with Ryze. Get a mantle on top of here, mantle on top of here. We're going to swing our sword, crouch, and now we're flying in dying light. This is one byproduct of HSG, is that we can achieve flight. And this flight is very dangerous. Also, if you look at my feet, you can see my hook there at the very bottom of me. It shouldn't be there. And I think that's one of the reasons why it's sort of letting us fly like this. All right, so I need to land on top of this fan. Let's see if I can get that. Hey, we got it. So now that we're there, we can go ahead and exit and reload. And the reason why we're doing this menuing here is so we can get rid of HSG state. Because during HSG state, you don't have access to your hook unless you go to really low FPS value. So we just want to get rid of it as soon as possible so we can do the rest of this normally. And now we're going to power some antennas up so we can have access to radio communications around Haran. And we're going to throw one more distraction bomb on that big zombie over there so he doesn't come smash us. And now we're going to turn on this switch down here. And we're going to turn on and use our grapple to get to the top of this tower. Grapple here. Grapple. Oh, that's... Oh my goodness. I was very surprised I didn't die there. All right, nice. So at the top of this tower, there's going to be a zombie. Hopefully we can kick him off the tower for some extra parkour XP. Nice.
I can't believe we hit that. That grapple right there was something I practiced so much while we were doing it. It was like 50-50 for me.
Thank you. Okay, we've got a precise grapple here to get on top of this tower. On top of these... Oh, scary. Okay, on top of these towers is another parkour flag we're going to be grabbing. And since it's nighttime, we're actually going to be getting 1,000 XP for these. And we're going to jump all the way down here, 200 more XP. And we're going to switch our quest to Stuffed Turtle. That'll be where the next tower is that we need to go to. Also, you saw me spamming the grapple there at the very tail end of that, just for a little bit more XP on top of what I just got. For this load screen, we're going to be holding right. And then as soon as we load them, we're going to turn around and grapple onto this. And we're going to make our way up this next tower. While we go power up this tower, we have time for one quick donation.
We've got $20 from Rohan that says, I finally got around to playing Dying Light just to watch this run. Anyone else do that? No way, I'm the only one that does backlog done quick.
All right, so now we're going to turn on this tower. Now this tower is really tricky because we need the XP that's on top of it. But this is considered a safe zone, so we don't actually have access to the grapple hook. But we're going to try and work around that by going down this, turning around, and trying to grapple at a part of the tower that works. That is very difficult. I'm super happy I got that. Like, in my runs, this is a major reset point. Okay. So now we're going to go back to Hole Your Tunnel. Oops, messed up my menu in there. There we go. Oh, I can't believe I got that parkour experience.
Yeah. It is imperative to note, I was not kidding about the grapple hook. It will just dump you off in a place that will kill you.
Okay. A lot of stress off my shoulders after getting that. Now that I know I should be able to get level 5 no matter what at this point. So now we're going back to our boys at the tower. We're going to go talk to Rise for the first time. And he's going to tell us that we have to go collect money from his lackeys now. So we're going to go enter the tower here. Or sorry, his compound. Now we're going to hold forward and right during this load screen. And now I'm going to be holding back, and I'm going to be spamming interact to have a conversation with him. Okay, there's a conversation. I need to go talk to Kareem, and he's going to tell me where to go. Now I got to go to a fishing village for the next part of the quest. But before we do that, we're going to go have another GRE call. But I crafted grenades earlier, and the reason for that is we're going to be not using it on enemies, but using them on ourselves. And during the GRE calls, if you blow yourself up with a grenade, it will not only take you to the nearest safe zone, but it will skip a portion of the GRE call itself, so you don't have to listen to all the dialogue. So we're just going to grapple a few times here. And this is where the GRE call takes place, so I'm going to switch to my grenades. Now, there's a chance that it rolls off. It didn't. Perfect. So GRE call started, I died, and now we're able to warp to the next safe zone and also skip a majority of the call itself. So I'm going to respawn here at this safe zone I need to go to. And are you guys ready for another HSG, another flying sequence? Because it's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, let's go. All right.
Okay, terminé.
One thing to know about HSG is that it is pretty unstable, so there's a chance it can just kill us whenever it wants, so hopefully it goes fine. So we're gonna set up HSG here. It's not active yet. We have to grapple a zombie. That's the last step to activating HSG. So our movement's fine for now. Where are the zombies? I've never seen this before. Where is okay. Wait, you can't do a volatile. Volatiles don't count. To activate HSG, you have to do regular zombie, which we did, so we're gonna... Okay, I do have it. It's so weird. HSG is active, so I should start flying now. Perfect. And now we're gonna try and land on top of a bus here. Oh my goodness. I did not expect to live through that. I am very surprised that worked.
Yeah, I mean, so this is just like falling from very high, right? And so if he doesn't land on something that breaks his fall correctly, he just dies.
Yeah. And you can see in this cutscene, the hook is just kind of freaking out. Yeah, so that's just what the hook does when you have HSG active. There's a chance that it can just send you wherever it wants. And when you're falling like that, I only have such little control of where I'm landing. HSG just takes me wherever it wants to go. It's crazy like that. All right, so I need to disable HSG now. And in order to do that, we need to take environmental damage of some sort. Luckily, these guys explode when we kick them, and now we no longer have HSG active and we can use our hook again. Another way to deactivate HSG is by taking electric damage, and I believe those are the only two ways that I know of at the top of my head. I'm sure there's another way. But now we're making our way over to the fishing village to go talk to some people about Rise and the money he's owed. So we're going to activate the car trap there, and that car trap is actually going to make it so the two boomy boys in this area should explode. I think they got him right, blowing up, right? I think he did. Let's see. All right, so we're going to set up HSG here. Hook, look back, hook. So that's step one for HSG. It's not active yet. Remember, we have to hook a zombie. We'll be doing that in a bit. We're going to wait till our dialogue starts here, and then we're going to talk to this man. So this is going to skip all that dialogue that just started there at the tail end of that. We're going to go ahead and activate HSG on this guy. Now this is the one I'm most scared of. We're going to try and land on this bus here. Let's see if we got it. No.
Oh my god.
What? I did not know that was a soft spot. I didn't know that was a soft spot. I did not expect to live through that. I had no idea you could land on that canopy.
I thought you were hitting the ground at Mach 10 there.
Yeah, that's incredible. Okay. Wow. Okay, so this is our next shop. We need plastic here. Oh, I'm just so surprised I didn't die there. Hey, we got plastic. Yeah, that's wonderful. And we got the essence. We have everything. We have everything we need for the run. This run is absolutely perfect. Wow. All right. So I'm happy I can now show off the entire run. We're going to switch our quest to Stuffed Turtle. As soon as we see the saving icon on the bottom right, we're going to go ahead and warp to that. And we need to go pick up an envelope from one of Ryze's guards that went down. This is perfect RNG, by the way. I have everything I need already in the run. This is amazing. This is exactly how I wanted this to go. I'm very happy with how it's going so far. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and grind some XP while we wait for all this dialogue to finish, and then we're gonna teleport to Holy Year Tunnel and go talk to Kareem. So we do have time for a few donations during this sequence.
Well, we have $500 from Anonymous. Thank you so much for that donation, and we are currently at $1.349 million. We are so close to that 1.35. Keep the donations coming in. Keep the love coming in for Dying Light and for Doctors Without Borders.
Let's do one more.
Absolutely. We've got $50 from Tom S. and another $300 from Quill Kid. Nice. Keep it coming.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much. All right. So now we're going to go talk to Kareem. And then after we talk to him, we're going to do a little bit of a cutscene that we can skip inside Ryze's compound where we talk to Ryze. And then we're going to go do another GRE call. And just like the previous GRE call, we are going to be doing another death warp to take us back to the main tower where we started the run. So that's the GRE paging us. It's like, hey, we need to have a phone call. And this is where the phone call will take place. I'm going to do another setup with the grenade, throw the grenade here, try to land on top of it, and we're good. Nice. All right. So now when I respawn, it's going to take me to the nearest safe zone, and from there, I'm going to switch my quest to Mother's Day. And Mother's Day happens to take you to the tower where we need to go. So after this dialogue, I'm going to go ahead and do an exit warp, and we're going to be back at the tower. And here, I'm going to have to go through some dialogue with the messenger, and after that, I'm going to interact with the elevator to go upstairs. And we're on our way to school, so I hope you guys have been studying for the HSG test. Okay, here's the messenger, and riding the elevator up. So we're going to go talk to some NPCs in this area, and then we have to go do a very long GRE call upstairs. Now, this is a safe zone, so we don't have access to grenades or HSG or any way to really skip this GRE call. So we do have a good minute or two of time for anything that you need to mention, Vex.
Of course. We have now hit $1.374 million.
Let's go.
Fantastic job. But now, chat, that means I want to see 1.4. I think we can get there with this run. Keep it coming in. Keep the love coming. Like this $100 from TFC that says, still sad, Spanish is so slow in this game. Telemundo Crane is best Crane. Best of luck with the run, Eric. I'm excited to see all of the new tech.
On en a besoin.
I was telling Eric about this right before the run, but TFC, who just donated, was the other runner who did the co-op run with me.
Yeah, TFC was another runner who introduced me to the entire Spirit itself, him and Amy.
And we wanted Telemundo Crane to be shown off so bad, because it's so good. But French is faster, which is why this run is in French.
Yeah, the reason why French is faster, because most like save icons or ways we do exit warps are like determined when dialogue ends. And just because French dialogue ends sooner on average, more than any other dialogue over the course of the run, that is the reason why we run on this. All right, we got time for one more while I make my exit warp towards the school.
Sure, we've got $50 from Keith that says, gotta get me that Pokeball blanket. And I agree, especially when this run's a little spooky. It's nice to get a little cozy, so make sure you put that money towards a good prize.
All right, so during this loading screen, I'm going to be holding forward and left and sprint, and then after I press space to continue, I'm going to be holding forward and then turn my mouse to the left and grappling down here. Lavash. Yeah, Crane's a little bit broken right now, and he's going to keep on just saying the same line over and over. Something about cows, I'm not sure. I think he really likes cows. All right, grapple on top here, and now we're entering the school segment. Now, school can be tricky if you don't have a shotgun, and the reason for that is that there's going to be a lot of segments here where we're shooting enemies and we have to wait for them to die. But thankfully, the shotgun has like the most consistent death animation, where it's going to get rid of them, like their bodies, very soon. So we don't really have to worry about waiting for that. For now, I'm going to shoot this glass, grapple through it, bash this door, and then go ahead and open this door here. And then we got some dialogue to go through. So while I wait for this dialogue to go, I am going to be just grappling and getting whatever XP I can for our agility level, as we're almost on level 5. So we're going to shoot this guy, and then we got these two enemies. We're not going to enter this doorway until after dialogue starts, just to avoid some time loss. Okay, Jay did her dialogue. Now we can hit this button, just like that. Perfect. I actually ran out of grapple hook there. Hopefully that's not too bad of an issue, or too much of an issue. I think I should get it back in time. All right, so we're gonna switch to our shotgun now. Shoot that guy, kill him instantly. And we're gonna come around here, do our grapple here, go through, grapple here. Now here's 4 enemies that we need to get with the shotgun. I don't think I got that guy. Yeah, okay. Okay, not too bad. If you're using an assault rifle, you would honestly have to wait for them to spin around and do like a death animation there, and it does take a bit of time. Like over the course of the run, the shotgun does save significant time just in waiting for death animations. So like record is basically required at this point to have a shotgun. Okay, now we're just finishing the rest of school, just going around here. I'm going to use a firecracker here to distract one of the boomy boys that comes through that door. If he explodes, he can cancel this animation on us, but he should be distracted by that firecracker. We're going to go over here, shoot the other boomy boy, and go through this door. And through this door, we have 3 more of Rise's goons we have to shoot.
Do we have time for a quick donation update?
We actually have quite a bit of time starting right now. Yeah, please.
Perfect, because we have $25,000 from AMD. Outrunning the infected is one thing. Doing it this quickly is something else entirely. Thank you to everyone donating and helping make a real-world impact through Doctors Without Borders. Good luck with the rest of the run.
Incredible.
Thank you, AMD, for that incredibly generous donation. Keep them coming. Keep the love. I want to see 1.4.
All right, so I was going through some questing here. I'm just teleporting to various quests, and the reason for that is I need to go to the bottom of the tower to update my quest, which I used Mother's Day for. Now I need to go to the middle of the tower to do the next part of the quest, which is talking to Raheem here. Now I need to go pretty fast here because we're reliant on time of day right now, as we need to go collect some bolter tissue. And now the way bolter tissue works is that a zombie that only spawns at night drops bolter tissue. And we need to go collect a sample of it for Dr. Zara here that we just finished talking to. So we're going to teleport to Mother's Day. We're going to talk to the quartermaster, and he's going to tell us, hey, I know where I just saw Bolter spawn, so you should go over there and go collect a sample from him. And again, we do have to go fast enough, so hopefully we make time of day. It is very, very tight, and it's not too far, but if you're not within like a close enough distance, it will just despawn as soon as it hits daytime. That's a scary mantle.
I still want to know what are the things he's doing that's like really invisible and not easily understood is that he's canceling the grapple hook when he needs to, sometimes like an instant before he actually hits what he's getting to, which he was doing a ton in school to avoid grabbing the top of the door frame and going out of bounds. And then also a lot of the grappling he's doing throughout the city, just to avoid that like mantle animation that you just saw. He's canceling the grapple hook because it'll drop him off and send him sprinting again.
Yeah, and also bringing up a good point to talk about for mantling. Like, mantling loses a lot of time over the course of the run, so when we can avoid it, we really want to, as that 1 to 2 seconds it takes to do a long animation like this really adds up if you keep on mantling everywhere. So we really want to try to do quick vaults as often as possible. And that's also why we need to get level 5 parkour by the time we get to pit, because we're going to have a lot of sequences like that where we need to be mantling and doing a lot of vaults and all that. So now something happened to Raheem. He's sort of being attacked, and we have to go investigate and see what's going on. So we're gonna go over here. We found this body. We're gonna check it to see if it's Raheem. Doesn't look like it, so we have to go look elsewhere. And this is gonna start the next segment of the run, which is going to be siblings. And this is kind of a fun segment. We have to go plant bombs around this building and demolish it, essentially. And we're going to go through here, interact with this door. And now once we get through here, during this loading screen, we are going to be holding forward with sprint. Now I'm going to let go of sprint. And I should be next to all these zombies. This is another big time save for shotgun, as these guys can just sort of take forever to go through their animations. And nice, that was really fast. Okay, so now we have one of these spitting boys, but thankfully he's not too much of a threat. Also, way earlier in the run, when I did all my upgrades, we kind of turned ourselves into a super soldier. And you'll be able to see that more apparently later on when I start using only my fists when we lose all of our weapons. Yeah, we're professional boxers now. Also, like marksmen with weapons. We are incredible.
happening.
All right, so we're just gonna grapple over here.
The annoying mantle.
Yeah, the mantles here are a bit tough. All right, so I'm drinking another speed pot there. Now, we don't really need a weapon for the rest of this. So we're just gonna run with our melee weapon. Mantle onto this, go up here. Avoid the mantle there by using a grapple, and then we're gonna plant our first bomb here. 301 is like when I usually plant that bomb, so we're on good pace. You can see on the right side there is a timer for this entire section, so we do have to complete it in under 3 minutes. Will I complete it in under 3 minutes? I don't know.
Sure.
Maybe. Who knows? So now we need to go back to the start of this quest, which was that the little train cart area. But, you know, earlier you saw I went through a little sewer system and that was kind of slow. So instead of going through that sewer system, what I'm going to do is grapple to Sky. As you can see, there's an option for us to grapple to Sky right here. We're just going to do that. Go out of bounds, grapple this. And we do need to be fast enough to skip some dialogue, so we're going to go out of bounds here. Grapple this. Okay, it worked. Uh-oh. I hope we're fast enough. Let's see. Do this cutscene. As soon as we see the save icon, exit warp. And we're going to go back in. Now, hopefully, if we do that whole sequence fast enough, we're going to get some dialogue where we scream Raheem's name, and that's going to tell me that I did everything correctly. I'm also going to switch my quest over here to Mother's Day. Okay, did we get it? We got it. Nice. Perfect. All right.
Yeah, that out of bounds is super finicky with trying to get back in bounds.
Okay, yeah, no, like, and the initial, like, portion of that out of bounds can also be like really tough to just get out in the first place. I always struggled with that when I was first learning this route. Good old Lavash. All right, so now Zera's compound's being attacked. So we gotta go save him. So we're gonna get rid of Rise's goons. Oh, I actually got him. Okay, sweet.
And we've hit parkour level 5, which...
Oh, hey, look at that, we did. Okay, gonna set up HSG here, do a double hook, talk to Malik, HSG on him, and that's gonna be one of the longer sequences of HSG. We're gonna swing. Go flying, turn to the right. Now we need to go upgrade our Mother's Day quest while we wait for this dialogue to finish. And the Mother's Day quest update is over here near Ghazi's place. So we're gonna try cancel HSG here. We're on top of this bus. You missed it. Okay. I have to think about a backup now. Okay, I have an idea. Or do I? This is tricky.
While you think, do you have a time for a donation?
Yeah, I do.
Well, we have $10 from Nora that says, hi from France. We say, la vache, a lot. Think of it as our, what the hell? Also, I remember when Dying Light came out, loved the game, but always remembered how the French dub sounds so cheap. Like they weren't really trying, making the game extra funny for us.
I'm trying to back up the fact that I did not get that. So this should update my quest. So I'm going to try and go back to, where am I going? To the pit, rescue Zera. I really hope this allows me to go to Holy Tunnel. Yeah, dying there kind of screws up everything. So what I did there is I activated HSG, and then I did a glitch called Dark Zone. And the way Dark Zone works is that it hits every single trigger on the entire map all at once, because it sets your coordinates to not a number. So it just essentially invalidates your coordinates, and it really confuses the game. And the game kind of thinks we're doing everything everywhere at once. Did I get the right update here? Am I able to go here? Okay, good. All right. I think I did save the run. That was a little bit concerning. I do need to upgrade to level 5 now, as I just got a slow mantle there, so we're going to go ahead and do that. So hopefully I got my Mother's Day update by doing the Dark Zone there. I think I should have. We should be all clear for that. But now we're into the pit. And this is, you know, we're now done with the first part of Haran, and we can make our way to the second part. Normally, when you get to this area, if you don't have the supplies to craft your toxic trap bombs, they are here. So we're going to go ahead and pick up our household supplies and our chemicals. Now we can craft toxic trap bombs, but I'm not going to do it right now, as it'll just take up an extra inventory space that I'll need to manage. So we'll craft that later on when we actually need them, when we get closer to a museum. Now for this segment, we are just kind of stuck waiting here for this radio conversation to finish. But as you can see, I really like this wall. So we're going to go through it. And then we have access to grapples while we're out of that little calling area. So now I'm at the next part of the run of this little quest area. So I don't have to wait for the call to finish and then open this door manually. I can just wait for the call to finish here, and so I don't have to open the door. So yeah, all that skips is just opening the door.
Dude, I remember trying to do this on like the corners of the door. It was like impossible to hit.
Okay, now that we finished that radio call, we're going to go ahead and make our way through Ryder's compound. Hit this elevator button.
C'est cassé.
this. And we're gonna go through this elevator and make our way through Ryze's compound towards the pit. I'm gonna try to grapple right before I fall here to hit it.
On est à
Okay,
l'intérieur.
that
Ça
worked.
y est.
Nice. When you're falling, after you fall for a certain amount of time, you can actually lose the ability to grapple. So for segments where we're going down elevator shafts or anything, we do want to make sure we kind of cycle grapple constantly to not lose access to be able to do it whatsoever. We're just making our way through the compound here. These enemies are optional, you don't have to kill them.
J'ai pas vu Zéré à
But the
l'intérieur.
enemies down here, we do have to kill, so we're gonna wait for the objective to update and the enemies in the top right to spawn. Shoot this guy, grapple down here. Then we have 2 more to shoot here. 1, 2, 2 more through this doorway. 1, 2, shoot this guy. 1, 2, 3. That should be every single enemy in this area. This guy through the door, perfect. All right, that was essentially the best Ryze compound sequence pre-pit I could ask for.
J'ai trouvé Zéré.
All right, so this is the pit. We're going to be going through a long cutscene here with Ryze, and he's going to be, updating us on the story. He caught us. He's going to, basically torture us now. So we do have time for a few donations during this segment.
Absolutely. We've got $25 from Luigi Linguini that says, hey, Luigi Linguini here. This run has been incredible. Just know we are cheering you on through the screen. Let's get to that 1.4 million, chat. I know we can do it. Go, Eric.
Thank you.
And on that note, I think we can absolutely hit that 1.4 million. So, chat, let's start a donation train. I'm going to say $20 at 1 hour into this run. Get your tickets to 1.4 million. Let's do it.
Let's keep going. We still got a bit of a cutscene here.
Dégagez les corps. Les
I will
secrets.
say this is one of the funniest sequences in the game because this is, Eric mentioned earlier that he's basically a super soldier now. This is where it all comes out.
Oh, yeah.
It's very funny.
So we don't have weapons anymore. Ryze kind of stole them. So we're kind of just stuck with our fists. But luckily, we are boxing champions, and we can just destroy everyone here. 1, 2, 3. Everybody's basically dead. Now we got 3 more of these crates to do. Oh, you lived. Okay. Hopefully everyone in that crate is dead. And yeah, we're just gonna be kind of boxing everybody. So we do have time for a donation here.
We've got $100 from 55s who says, love Dying Light. Thanks for the run. And that's enough for, I think, 5 train tickets. Get ready. The train will leave the station here in less than 13 minutes.
Okay, there should be 1 more around this corner. Where are you? Where are you? There you are. How did you get over here? Okay, now that they're all dead, I should have dialogue. Right now? Yeah, there we go. Okay, perfect. So now I'm going to be searching all these bodies. Hey, for that, I was looking for metal parts. And the reason why I need metal parts is because we're going to be repairing our weapon later. And earlier I mentioned that we have these animations where our screen goes all fuzzy and Kyle looks at his arm. Oh yeah, protagonist name, Kyle Crane. I guess I forgot to mention that. But yeah, we have animations where we get frozen and stuck and we look at our arm and everything gets all fuzzy. We can actually override that with any other animation. Also look at, hey, Ryze is giving us a present. I wonder what's inside. We'll have to see. But yeah, we're gonna be doing our repair weapon to ignore the animations. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm gonna try dodge out of the way of this guy. I didn't do that. I don't need that machete. I'm not really necessary, but I will just kind of punch him in the head and he's dead. That's a boss, by the way.
This part is such a skill check for like, you tend to have weapons and guns for like the first like half of the game, and then it just drops you to the pit. It's like, all right, just your fists. Good luck.
Yep. Luckily, I know how to use these fists. All right. These guys are proving more trouble than anything. Okay, so I'm gonna mantle this. That was an animation I just skipped. By mantling that, we no longer go through that little concussion. As you can see, I still am a little bit concussed, but we're able to have control now instead of being frozen. So in the meantime, I'm going to carve myself a sculpture. The main reason why I'm doing this is to lower the durability on my sword so we can repair it later to ignore some more animations that will try to freeze us. So our boy Ryze is a nice man. He's going to pass us a med kit. We're going to go ahead and pick that up and try to escape as we're being shot at from a bunch of enemies above us. Luckily, we did get level 5 parkour, so we can go through this segment a little bit faster now. I'm gonna go ahead and climb up here. I need that objective update, it did, so I should be good now. And we're gonna be doing movement skip here. This is kind of tough. I could fail this, let's see. So I'm gonna go ahead and mantle here. Look to my right, oh my goodness, first try. that is tougher than it looks.
Yeah, this is the most pure parkour section in the whole game, and like not having level 5 really slows. It's absurd how much it slows you down. Like when I was running co-op, if one of us had level 4 and one of us had level 5, I think we lost like 2 minutes or something here because it's just that much slower.
Yeah, that's why I was stressing so much about us getting level 5 earlier in the run before pit. All right, so there is a little bit of an out-of-bounds sequence that doesn't really save time, but it's cool. Let's see if I can show it off. I won't spend too much time trying to do this, but if you go to this doorway and like do a 360, oh, okay, it didn't work. Can we get it? Let me in. There we go. Hey, we're out of bounds now. It doesn't really save time, but we can go to this door like that. Yeah, we're just trying to have fun here. Okay, so
most doors in this game you can like mantle at the top of, and it'll clip you out of bounds. Yeah. It's really easy with the grappling hook. You just grapple the top of the door, and then he'll grab the top of it and clip himself out of bounds.
Trust me, I'll be showing off a lot of doors later on.
Yeah.
So this sequence, we're actually like stuck in this little hurt mode, and we're really, really slow right now. So our fastest form of movement is actually just side dashing, and then ending the side dash with a crouch to extend it by a little more. Now we're gonna get interrupted here, so I'm gonna repair my weapon. Oh, I had to turn around there and just dodge the trigger to hit that little concussion state because my weapon was not repairing. And that was a pretty good save. I'm impressed I did that. All right, so one more weapon repair here. Nice, we got them both. Beautiful. So we can now drop that sword. We don't need it anymore. It served its purpose. And now we're just side dashing on our way to a cutscene. Nothing that we can really do here, but Zara's gonna try and talk to us. Now, these states where we get concussed, don't lose time. Even if we were to skip this, nothing would matter. We're just waiting for the next cutscene to start. That was actually fast. Wow, that's faster than I remember it being. Huh, weird. All right, so now I'm gonna collect all of our items back and do some menuing to put everything where I like it. If I was a good runner, I wouldn't have to do all this menuing, but I'm just gonna go like that, put that there, put that there, and I'll get rid of grenades, put a shield there, switch my quest to on the hooks. Oh, and
turn on eye tracking.
Yeah, turn on eye tracking so you guys can see where I look. Now, hopefully when I did my Dark Zone state earlier, it didn't mess with any other quests like on the hooks. I am kind of worried about that. Let's see if I spawn at the right place. Okay, I did. Okay, I was kind of worried about that. But we're good, we're good. So I guess I should mention this run is routed for RTA, which is real time. So normally runs for Dying Light are timed for loads, or timed without loads, I should say. And the runs you'll see on SRC or any other leaderboard are very different than the one I'm showing off right now. Just for the marathon's sake, I did do a bunch of rerouting, just for RTA convenience. Now in the meantime, I talked to our boy Sank there. Normally after we talk to Sank, we're just gonna go ahead and do a boring exit warp to Mother's Day, but I like to keep the run interesting. So we're gonna be using another HSG to fly to our next objective.
C'est bon. No.
No, okay. So now we're gonna hop on top here, swing our sword, and go flying. Now hopefully we're able to actually land on a vehicle this time. Let's see.
Allez, dépêche-toi, on est en retard à cause de toi.
I'm gonna go ahead and switch my FPS to 60 so I can have a little bit more control. That's good. On top of this. Hey, we're good. Nice. All right, so I just hit an objective update there. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch to Bozak Court. If you remember, when I go to Bozak, I go to the menu, down, down, and then return to main campaign. So this is gonna take us to the next section we need to go. I believe this is a recent discovery. Back when I ran a couple years ago, this was not what we did. Players just only found out that return to menu is actually like a really good strat. So now when we go through here, we're gonna go ahead and X-warp again. And the reason for this is we're waiting for an NPC to walk to the next place he needs to go. And if we just go ahead and do the X-warp, he'll actually teleport to that place. Normally in runs you see on SRC, they're gonna do another teleport in that section to spawn over by him, but that is slower RTA, and for the marathon's sake, so we're just gonna do it manually. All right, so now we're on the Savior Sewers. We're gonna be doing another wall clip to get through this fence, just like that.
That's also harder than it looks.
Also, get ready for a lot of wall clips, by the way, and just mantling. We're gonna go ahead and grapple up here, and let's try it again. This time, we're gonna go through it. Very nice. Now we're gonna grapple here, hit a trigger that's gonna start some dialogue. Now I need to hit one more trigger that doesn't look like it does anything, but you need it for progression, which I just got by rubbing against the fence there. Now it's very easy to fall out of bounds here, so hopefully I managed on top of that. Perfect. Now we had another trigger on top of that little cover or a sewer pipe there. One more out of bounds here. We're going to backdash, hook the ceiling, and we're going to walk through there. Now this is a very, very, very tight trigger we have to hit up ahead. So we're going to do a jump to the left, grapple. Oh, we got it. You can see the save icon on the top right updated, and it spawned all the enemies down here. That is one of the places where I was the most stressed about hitting. It was very easy to go back inbounds there. So happy I did that. Now we're just continuing this out-of-bounds sequence, just hitting a bunch of triggers. Okay, it is kind of easy to die here from these enemies, so I'm just going to prematurely try to shoot them all before they can shoot me. Okay, we made it through. We made it through, okay.
Excellent. Do we have time for a quick donation?
Let's go for it.
Excellent. We've got $50 from Miko, who said, I am not a horror game enjoyer, but this run is absolutely fantastic. Wonderful commentary by Eric as well. Good luck on the rest of the run. And keep in mind, we have 5 minutes until that donation train leaves the station. $25 to get us to 1.4 million. Let's do it, chat.
Let's do it, guys.
All right, so this is now the hardest segment of the run, in my opinion. We're going to be doing a lot of HSG flying here, and HSG, again, is an incredibly random, and it could just kill us if it wanted. So let's see if we can make it through here safely. So we're going to activate HSG on the zombie, do some flying. Now, during this flying sequence, I'm going to try and grapple on top of this tower. Okay, we got the first part of it. It's not over yet. So we are going to grapple on top of that tower. I'm going to start a cutscene here. Now we're going to do Dark Zone. Again, Dark Zone requires HSG to be active, so I'm going to look up, drink a potion, toggle to 5 FPS, and spam our menu key to length the game a bit, and that's going to hit every single trigger on the map at once. So every single trigger on the map was just hit. Now we're going to continue our HSG flying over to this tower now. Okay, we got it. Now we're going to do another Dark Zone to hit every single trigger on the map, and this should teleport us to the next safe zone we need to go to, which is here with Fadon. So we're going to talk to Fadon, go on top of this computer, and try to just mantle our way out of here.
I'm so mad about this, man. All the time I spent practicing the movement for this.
All right, so now we just skip some dialogue there by talking to the NPC. We're going to do another HSG to go back to our girl Jade over here. Let's see if we can get it. Ooh, we will die here, but we're dying in a good place. We're dying where we want to. So we could have died a lot earlier, but we're going to actually respawn at the safe zone. I hope we respawn at this safe zone. Let's see. Hey, we're good. All right, so that segment went really good. We died when it was okay to die.
Yeah, it's totally possible to just try to hook the top of the tower and then like bonk off it and go flying into the ground.
Anything can happen with HSG active. I was surprised I made it that far. That was
really good.
Yeah, that was my most worrisome segment, so I'm really happy with that. So now that we talked to Jade, we're going to the New Atlantia Apartments, which is one of the quests here, but we're not going to do this quest at all. We're just using it to teleport to the next area we need to go to, which is down here. Now, here's a new glitch for the run, so we're going to go ahead and drop a speed boost pot while we're swimming. We're going to pick up that speed boost pot, and during a pickup animation while you're underwater, you have like a couple frames to actually have access to your grapple hook. And we just use that to grapple hook a little bit further down as it is faster than swimming. And also, this is a public face. Don't blink. We are immediately going to go out of bounds on public face by turning around here at the start, mantling this wall. And now we're going to do 2 grapples up here. Now we're making our way over to our boy Michael. And then we're going to go ahead and talk to him and start the quest for public face, which is just planting a bunch of explosives around here. After we open this door, there's going to be another animation that tries to stop us right on the other side, right here. But if we're drinking a potion during that animation, we can actually skip it. And now we're going to make our way to the top here and go activate an elevator. In the meantime, we do have some downtime for a few donations.
Absolutely. We're 2 minutes away from this donation train leaving the station, so get those $25 donos in. But in the meantime, we have $100 from Kirk Gillette that says, happy to see Dying Light played. Love to everyone.
Yeah, highly recommend this game. This game is an absolute banger, even casually.
Yeah, no, casually. And the speedrun is honestly like... It's
like
incredible.
non-HSG is pretty good too.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot simpler because you don't have to. There's not a lot of really complicated dying stuff. You use a grapple hook a bunch.
In general, like the main category for this game is quite consistent. HSG just brings all the inconsistency to the run. I do like a lot of randomness in my speed runs, so that's why I choose to run HSG. But if you like consistent strats and runs, like
oh my! I didn't know you did.
Also, yeah, I just sort of skipped climbing up that elevator shaft by doing a very precise grapple hook. I was lined up in a very precise position in order to skip that climbing, but we got it. Also, this is public face. We need to plant some explosives. on a bunch of stoves here. So we're gonna shoot that guy. Now, on runs on SSG, you will see this done a little bit differently, but I'm gonna try to do a very precise out of bounds here with my grapple hook. We'll see if we can showcase that. Now, I need to be very careful not to destroy the wood panels on this window. I'm gonna try a very precise setup here.
Waouh, t'es carrément meilleur que moi.
I don't think it's gonna work. This is super difficult.
Michael,
We got it. No way. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so... Jeez, that was the one I was most worried about. That was a very hard out of bounds sequence. Also, door. Remember what doors do? We can just kind of go through them all with our hook.
Yep, this is more examples of if you just grapple like the top of doors and just go out of bounds.
Yeah, also, we're kind of stuck in this room now, but thankfully there's a door. We're not gonna open it, but we're just gonna go ahead and grapple through it. And now we're gonna go over to this area, plant the last explosive on the stove. Now, if you're running at home and you didn't get plastic yet, let me show you your route to go find plastic while we wait for dialogue here. In these small yellow containers, there's a chance you can... I did not expect that zombie to go flying. That was pretty funny. Okay, yeah, these yellow boxes, they can have plastic in them. So while you wait for dialogue, if you haven't got plastic at this point in the run, this is the route you take to go open all these boxes. I didn't get any plastic, but thankfully, you know, I already have plastic, so I don't need to worry about that. And then you have all the time in the world to fall down this elevator shaft and cycle your grapple and make it back to press this button in time. So that's like the last plastic check you're able to do until Museum. But again, luckily, I had plastic at the beginning of the run, and I've had perfect RNG this entire run. So other than, you know, RNG for HSG. And I guess I should mention RNG when I say that. I basically just mean luck. We've had good luck this run. Perfect luck so far.
Speaking of luck, we've had some great luck with some awesome donations for this donation train.
Let's go.
We've got $25 from Anonymous that says, glad I stayed up late to catch falling onto buses from midair, dealing with plastic stock shortages, and some overall incredible movement tech. Keep up the great pace, and here's to the great work of a great cause.
I love that donation.
We've also got $25 from Nick H. Thanks to all the people who set up this event. Thanks for donating, and keep those donations coming in. We're gonna hit that 1.4. I can feel it. Keep those donation trains coming in. $25 to get on this train.
All right, so we actually completely finished public face now. We're gonna be on our way to start Museum. But we have some long dialogue to go through, but if we activate this challenge and cancel it, we actually skip all that dialogue. Now, I do have an option here to just exit warp and be boring and go to the next area slowly, or we can be cool and set up HSG. So I did my double grapple there. I'm gonna interact with this door. Turn around, find a window. Where is this window? There it is. Go to here. Mantle on top of this tarp. I'm gonna initiate HSG on top of the zombie. Oh, let me get back up here. And now we're gonna go flying to our next objective, which is another safe zone. So we're gonna go ahead and try to land on top of this safe zone in a spot that allows us to find it. Ooh, yikes.
You missed.
Oh, safe zone was not discovered. No, luckily I do have a backup. Okay. Just wanted to have some fun there and try to show off HSG. But again, it's a little bit fast for us. So as a backup, we're gonna go to the Striped Dragon Hotel, and that's gonna actually spawn us next to the safe zone. There was an intentional, I was trying to go for an intentional death on the safe zone, but I missed it by just a small hair, and we unfortunately did not get it. But we're gonna make our way over to that safe zone now, and we teleported to Striped Dragon, and it's just right up here to the left. And we're gonna be talking to the museum curator, and he's gonna pretty much tell us where the location of the museum is, and we're also gonna be getting the bunker quest here, which is a quest objective we will use for teleporting back to this area later on. So here's the bunker quest we just got. Now we're gonna talk to the museum curator. He's gonna tell us where to go to get to the museum. Now we need to take some damage. And the reason for that is that we're gonna be doing a glitch called Shield Fly Glitch. We'll also switch our quest to Legless Spider, Exit Warp. Now the way Shield Fly Glitch works is that we need to heal and interrupt the heal with a mantle and a grapple. And what that's going to do is get the medkit stuck sort of in a hitbox like HSG does, but it's a little bit different. And with that, we're able to essentially gain infinite vertical height. You're not gonna see the full extent of it used here, since we do have a roof in the room we're gonna be using it in. But it is gonna be used to pretty much skip a major point of swimming Like, there's a lot of swimming. Like, most of the beginning of Museum is just this. But with Shield Fly Glitch, because we took damage, we were able to skip most of the swimming, as you'll see coming up.
I love the swimming animation. It's so good.
Yeah.
Do you have time for a quick donation train update?
Let's do one quick one, yes.
Well, thanks for everyone donating. We've got $250 from Kenners, who says, this speedrun is like a fever dream. Keep going.
All right, so this is a Shield Fly Glitch. We're gonna jump, medkit, mantle, and cancel that mantle with our grapple, which we did successfully. Now we're able to turn around. Now we're flying right now. Now we're gonna use the shield to cancel the glitch entirely. So Shield Fly Glitch is no longer active. We're gonna grapple this, and you can see on the minimap on the top right, we're just gonna hit all the objectives in this area from out of bounds. Now it's very easy to fall back in bounds here for this segment right here. So if I get these 2 grapples, very easy to go back in bounds. Okay, in order to not go back in bounds, I had to use all of my grapple there, so now I have to wait for it to recharge, but we don't have to swim all the way to the end, so I think it was worth it. So we're just waiting for a grapple to come back. We're ready to continue. Oh, I almost missed that. That was scary. We're good, we're good. We just have to wait for grapple. We didn't have to swim all the way.
This swimming segments take so long if you do it natural.
Forever. So I'm gonna do a grapple here. And because we're in an animation, you see our screen is all fuzzy, we actually skipped that little animation that freezes us because we were in the middle of a grapple. But now we're exhausted for the rest of Museum, so we no longer have access to grapple. So there's going to be 2 enemies that spawn here. Here's the first one, here's the second one. And now we can go interact with the store. We're going to switch to our shotgun here, as we need these 4 enemies to die as fast as possible. And the shotgun does have the fastest dying animation, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we can go up here. And there's going to be another group of 4 enemies. We're going to switch our SMG though, because the shotgun can't really shoot this far. So that's 3, 4. All right. Now through this door, there's going to be 3 more enemies. 1, 2. How did that guy die? What? He died before I shot. That was weird. Okay. Anyway, we're going to have a little animation here we're interrupted with again, and we're going to do what I think is the hardest wall clip and run. I don't know why. This is just super precise. Let's see if we can get it. We're going to try to mantle on top. This. Oh, wow. Okay, we got it.
Never mind, first try.
Okay, let's go. I remember when I was first learning this run, that was like the hardest wall clip to ever learn. Also, there's a chance we can die here. Enemies here are dangerous. Also, I need to start doing some crafting. I actually forgot I need to go to my blueprints and craft toxic trap bombs and put that in my inventory right here. All right. So now we're going to go through this area. Also, the game wants you to go down there with all the zombies, but we can just do some parkour out here. Shoot that guy, shoot that guy. And after we kill all the zombies down here, we're going to have another animation where it tries to, prevent us from moving. So we have to time it. So when we kill the last zombie, we are in the middle of drinking a speed potion. No! Wait, yes, we got it. All right, perfect. So right now, we're going to be throwing a toxic trap bomb on the ground. And now when that toxic trap bomb explodes, it'll deal 250 damage. And if I interact with this door at the right timing, we're actually going to die in the middle of this cutscene. And this is the most sought-after skip of the entire run, and this was recently discovered by our runner, Osaka. Shout-outs to the German restream, actually. Osaka's doing commentary over there for that. But yeah, this is one of the most sought-after skips in the entire run. We now skip 2 of the longest cutscenes in the entire game, and we're able to just go instantly to the combat sequence over here with Jade.
Frankly, 2 of the best. I really liked these cutscenes.
Sorry, bro. We gotta go fast. All right, so now we're back over here. We're able to just shoot these zombies quickly.
Yeah, Jade is like one of the most integral characters in the entire game. We've just barely seen her at all this entire run.
Okay, so now we're going to throw another toxic trap bomb and do the exact same thing again. As soon as it explodes, we get to interact with this door. Now, so when we initiate these cutscenes, we get healed to full health. But luckily for us, full health is actually 200 HP. And these toxic trap bombs deal damage over time up to a total of 250 HP. So that's the reason why we're able to die during this cutscene. And now once we see the loading icon on the bottom right, we will do another exo-warp because we're kind of in a broken game state right now. The game will not progress. So we have to do another exo-warp to start the dream sequence. Now the dream sequence is just a long waiting time where we're just kind of walking through here doing some parkour. Nothing interesting is really happening. I'll just be side dashing most of the time. So we have a couple minutes for donations.
Well, as the donation train passes the zombie museum, we've got 4 tickets from Raider Monkey, who says, love seeing Dying Light on the big stage. Fantastic run so far. HSG is absolutely wild. Shoutouts to my co-op buddy for DL and so many other games. Lucky Pash. We have so many tickets for this donation train. Keep them coming in. We're going to hit that 1.4 million. We have $50 from Robert, $50 from Habit. We've got 4 tickets from Anonymous. We have 2 tickets from Zoe Hernandez that says, I miss the Resident Evil, but I'm so glad I get to see some Dying Light. Amazing run, and can't wait to get to that 1.4 million. Do you have time for a few more?
Yeah, let's keep going. We got quite a
Dream
bit of
sequence
time
is
here.
really long.
Dream sequences do tend to be long, especially when there's zombies and, you know, swimming. $25 from Toast. The only plastic I have is my credit card. Will that help?
Yes. Please send the details in DMs.
Or keep buying tickets to the train. You can buy as many tickets as you like. If you buy 3, you get like a whole row to yourself. I think that's how it works.
Yeah.
2 tickets here, $50 from Steven Anderson. 2 tickets to the 1.4 million train, please. Loving the run, Eric. We've also got 2 tickets from Robert. Oh, where's $25 from Fumdoda. Nice ticket on the train.
All right, so coming up, unfortunately, because this is technically a safe zone, we can't really throw any grenades or anything that we need. So we have to go through this long cutscene. This is your Jade cutscene you wanted, right?
Thank you, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Unfortunately, she's no longer human, but, you know, this is the best we can do for you. But yeah, again, this is about a minute worth of cutscenes, so we got some time, in fact, if you have to say anything.
Absolutely. We got $75 from Kurjibi that says, have to donate during Dying Light, as I've been looking forward to this run all week long. The grappling hook glitch does not disappoint. Good luck on the run, and trans rights.
Malgré tout ça, on t'impose encore un choix.
All right, so the grappling hook glitch is not over. I'm happy everybody is enjoying it so far. One of the most broken sequences for the grappling hook glitch is actually coming up after Broadcast Sewers, and I promise this will blow your mind. So on exterior maps, like when we're outside like an old town or whatever, we're not on an inside area, the way the dark zoning works, again, dark zoning is when I'm drinking a speed potion with HSG active, toggling my FPS to 5 and then spamming the menu button to light the game. I'll dark zone so my screen fades to black and my coordinates get invalidated. And what that does is the game gets really confused. It assumes I'm sort of everywhere at once, so I hit every single trigger all at once and it's going to respawn me at a safe zone. Yeah, I know it's really complicated. Try to follow along. It's super hard to explain. Like, no one really understands exactly how it works in the community. But for interior maps, dark zoning works very different. Because there's no safe zone in interior maps, our coordinates never really get updated and they stay not a number or just invalidated the entire time. And once we get into Clinic, which is an interior map, we will be performing a dark zone. And you can see what happens when our coordinates are stuck at not a number. So stay tuned for that after our Broadcast Sewer segment. But for now, our boy Tahir. Also, Rise is missing an arm. We cut that off earlier. And now Tahir is here to try to finish us off. Also, good night, Jade.
Good night.
Sweet dreams. Okay.
Very sad cutscene if you play this game casually.
All right, so here's Tahir. We're going to drop this sword and fight him like a man. Get over here. All right, he's gone.
That was a boss, by the way.
Oh, yeah, that was a boss fight. He's gone now.
Oh, man.
All right, so now we're going to go do a harder fight, which is these 2 goons over here blocking our access to our inventory. Also, I guess I forgot to kind of mention that. Our entire inventory was stolen from us during that dream sequence. So now we have to go retrieve everything now that we finished up on Museum. All right, so we're going to keep on side dashing over here. Again, we don't have any speed pots as our inventory was gone. Now, these 2 enemies can be a bit of a pain, so let's see if we can box them. Oh, hey, looks like we're good. Yeah, they sometimes dodge a lot there, so that was pretty good. Also, after we get our inventory, we can do a long HSG sequence, or we can do some menuing. I don't know. Do you guys want to see HSG again? Or should I just do some boring menuing? Okay, cool. Sounds like we want to do some HSG. Let's go for it. Oops, okay. So organize our inventory here. We'll put firecrackers there. We'll put speedbot there, grappling hook, and then shield. And in our quest, we don't have to update because we're going to be doing some HSG. Okay.
Doing it the cool way.
The cool way, yeah. We can do some boring menuing if you want. If you go look at runs on SRC, they're just going to do some...
They like to go fast or whatever.
Yeah, faster. Well, you know, you don't see them doing this speed here.
That's right.
So what we're going to do is set up HSG on this lamppost. So hook, look back, look. Initiated on a zombie. We have HSG active, and now we're going to fly. Now we have to go talk to Troy, who is over here on top of a tower. And now in order to get to this tower, we have to actually land on some trash bags. Oh god, am I lost? I don't think they're rendered in because I'm so high. Surely they're under me, right?
Yo, look. You got this. Easy.
Let's go! Every time! Nice. I know, I was so high up, none of that was actually rendered in. Okay, interesting. So I had to toggle down to 5 FPS there, so I can have access to my hook. Normally, when you have HSG active, you don't have a hook. But because I toggled down to 5 FPS, it actually gave me enough frames to initiate the hook sequence. Okay, so now we could also do some menuing here, but HSG is fun, so let's do some more flying around. Oh, I gotta move right here. Yeah, let's go for it. Yay! Now we're gonna go look for some more trash bags to land on so we can do the broadcast sewers segment. Where are the trash bags? Here they are. Okay, we'll land here. Oh, I think I'm too far away. Hey, we got it, sweet. All right. So now we're waiting for the objective to update, which, why is it not updating? Okay, there we go. I guess it just took a while. So now that objective update, we can go ahead and quit the menu. Sorry, we gotta do some boring menuing here. And this will take us right outside of the doors of broadcast sewers that we need. So we're just gonna hold interact here. We have time for one donation.
Perfect. We've got $250 from Anonymous, which is 10 train tickets, which makes me ask, is that like a whole cart, do you think? Is that like 3 rows? How many rows is that, do you think?
That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people. That's a lot of train tickets. Keep them coming.
Also, another door. I'm gonna go ahead and get it this time. What's going on?
Get it this time.
There we go. I'm gonna do another backdash, mantle on top here, and now we're out of bounds. Like, you know, we normally are. I think we spend more time. Oh, I actually don't have any more grapple. I guess I kind of gotta wait till my grapple comes back. I forgot that it took me a couple attempts to get through there. Should have waited, but now we're gonna go ahead and continue the out of bounds sequence. Jump on top here, jump here, and now we're gonna grapple here. Ooh, we almost missed the window for that. Have a grapple over here. Okay, we got the dialogue we needed that tells me I grappled at the right spots, I hit the triggers I needed to. Now we need to look on the top right of our minimap, and we need some enemies to spawn in once we do our grapple hook here. Look at the top right, we got the enemies we need, perfect. And we can do our next grapple. Now we need a lot of enemies to spawn after we do our grapple here. So let's take a look at the minimap. Okay, a lot of enemies spawned, perfect. And now we can continue on to go to the... Oh, what?
Oh,
what was that? Okay, that was nuts. That's the grapple hook. Okay. So here, you might be wondering why I'm not doing HSG. I'm just being boring and just running all the way. It's because we have got to go through a lot of dialogue here as we make our way over to the area where we need to pick up a key card to access the power to turn on the antenna. That'll be later on. So yeah, as much as I would love to do HSG here, it would do absolutely nothing for the run but add risk. Even though all I've really done is add risk by doing unnecessary HSGs for like the majority of the run. But I guess I'll play it safe here.
Yeah, all the horizontal grappling like this is like really annoying because Crane will just bonk his legs on like any piece of stone that's there. Yeah, and then stop grappling.
Yeah, it's very annoying. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and grapple here. Now we're gonna do a shield fly glitch again. So before I did shield fly glitch in Museum, but you weren't able to see like the extent of what that glitch can actually do. So we need to take damage for shield fly glitch to be active, if you remember that. So I just took damage by touching that generator there. We took a little bit of electricity damage. So as long as we have less than max health, we're able to use the medkit. And again, in order to... Okay, that animation was actually... What? Okay. The door just opened for me. I love doors in this run, they're great. Nice. Okay, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I took damage. Now I can use my med kit to activate shield flag glitch.
Okay.
So we're just gonna throw a distraction bomb over there. We're gonna turn on the power here. And then we're going to jump, use our med kit, mantle an object, and interrupt that mantle by using our grapple. Jump, medkit, mantle, interrupt. We missed it. Jump, medkit, mantle, interrupt. We got it. And also our legs are frozen. That's how you know the glitch works. So now we're going to reach out our arm. Once our arm is like standing still or just not moving anymore, we can just fly. Now we're just going up. Yeah, this is shield fly glitch. You go up indefinitely, and the way you cancel this glitch is by activating your shield. So I'm going to turn around at about 15 meters, which is now. And now we just have to wait for some dialogue, and we're able to go and finish broadcast. Okay, so at the end of this, I'm waiting for my quest to update on the right side, and I'm going to have to go do an exo warp to the bunker. There's a chance that bunker does not spawn in, and that is a bug. We'll see if we get bunker quest. Hey, we got it. Nice. Beautiful. But yeah, if we didn't get bunker quest, what we would do there instead is just do another teleport to some other objective, and then a bunker should spawn in for us. So during bunker, we're going to be holding back left during this loading screen. And mantling here. And now we're able to go down back to broadcast sewers. We actually have to go back into the broadcast sewers area to hit a trigger, and then we're going to go ahead and come back out and then teleport to parking lot to make our way to the clinic. So we have about a minute for donations.
I think this was like right about near where the co-op run ended. So it was a little bit beyond this. We didn't do the final fight, is what I remember, because for some reason you can't do the final fight in co-op.
I think that's like a universal thing for the Dying Light runs, is that 1, 2, and 3 all end co-op right before you go do the final sequence. Okay, where is parking lot? There it is. Okay. Now we're going to be on our way to clinic. And clinic is probably the... I'm excited for you to see clinic.
Yeah, oh, that's right. Yeah, we did do clinic. Oh, so back when I did clinic and co-op, there were a couple out of bounds that we found, but it was never really useful because it was impossible to find for us a way to get back in bounds. And also all of the triggers were like super precise to where the map was. So even us getting on top of it, like you had to, your height coordinate had to be correct for where it was. So we could like get out of bounds really easy and get on top of the map and go to where it was in clinic, but we couldn't use, we couldn't hit the trigger because it had to be completely correct. And the entire run up this run, Eric's been like, yo, you're gonna freak.
Yeah.
See this?
I've been hyping clinic up a lot. So like the life cycle of clinic has been like, all doing it inbounds, and we eventually did find a way to get out of bounds clinic to work properly. But the big thing with clinic is that it's always sort of been an auto scroller where you just kind of do things and you cannot do it any faster than, just in general. You can always do it only at the same pace. Even if you did go out of bounds, it would be the same as if you went out of bounds and all of that. But runs nowadays do clinic a little bit differently. Now, while it technically still is an auto-scroller, we're going to be hitting every single trigger instantly as soon as it updates. We no longer have to do any movement, and I'm excited to show you how and why that actually works. So we're going to wait for Camden to say some dialogue, and then we're going to go ahead and drink our speed potion. We're going to go ahead and interact with this door, or to open the elevator door. And after we do that, we're going to do a backdash. And we're doing that backdash so we can set up the first step of HSG, which is hooking, turning around, and hooking. So open this door. Backdash over here. And now we're going to hook, turn around, hook. It's the first part of HSG. Now we need to get out of bounds. And we can just do that by, climbing literally anything. We're going to go ahead and...
That's actually just how easy it is in clinic. You can just do that.
Yeah, so I'm going to drink my speed potion. Go to 5 FPS, and hopefully, I am now nowhere. Our coordinates are completely invalidated now. We no longer technically exist on the map, and the game gets really, really confused, and it just assumes we're hitting every single trigger that's necessary. So as Camden's dialogue finishes, also we don't have any subtitles. I don't know why. Like, the game gets really confused. I should have subtitles right now, but I just don't. Also, I guess I should mention I don't have any part of my player HUD other than, like the other stuff, but like my arms, everything is just gone. So yeah, we're kind of just waiting for all the objectives to finish and update, and then eventually our quest will update. But yeah, this is Clinic nowadays. How does it look back to when you had it?
I think we had like one out of bounds, and that was like to finish the map. We could like get out and go back to the elevator faster. That was like it. We had to like wait around. You used to have to wait around inside the clinic for Camden to say so many things, and you'd have to run around and pick up a bunch of dumb things for him.
I don't even know if you can call this out of bounds. This is just like
it's just not existent.
It's what it is. Like if you look up the coordinates, it just displays not a number. We don't exist anywhere on the map at this point.
Does this mean the train has also gone to the void?
Yeah, it's gone. We're all gone. Everything is just non-existent. Hey, our objective updated.
We did it.
Yeah.
We found Dr. Camden.
Yeah. Okay. So I think we have one more objective update, and then we're going to get a save icon on the bottom right of our screen. And then after that save icon, I get it right here. I'm going to wait for the objective to update again, and I'm going to do a quit the menu, because, you know, we kind of really can't do anything while we're not existing. So we're going to quit the menu. We're going to hold back while we go through the floating screen, and then we're going to turn on these 3 generators. Also, yeah, we're at the generator room. Now we need to go out of bounds again, and I don't know how I'm ever going to do that.
Yeah.
Hey, look, there's a gap in the wall. Yeah, let's go. And now we're out of bounds again. Now we're just going to go over here and wait for the next trigger that we need to hit, which happens to be here, and it's down there, but if we stand right here, we're able to hit it. So the dialogue should finish now. And now we're able to go hit this button and do some more waiting. But yeah, Clinic is just a bunch of waiting, but thankfully there's now a bathroom break after that HSG Dark Zone sequence for runners. But yeah, as we wait for this decontamination room to do its thing, we do have time to any donations.
Absolutely. We have $150. That's 6 tickets on this train to 1.4 million from Steph saying, hello, everyone. Longtime lurker from Florida, hoping to attend one day. Love Dying Light and just had to donate during this segment. Best of luck to the runner, and thank you to production and everyone for making this happen.
Thank you for the luck. All right, so here I got an audio cue to know when to exit the game, which is that sound of the radio music. I'm going to load back in. Now we're done with Clinic. All we need to do now is interact with the elevator button, which is what we did that exit warp for. It's going to teleport us back to the elevator where we can just leave. And now from here, we have one of the more difficult HSG sequences. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and do another HSG sequence here. We'll go ahead and do double hook this zombie, and go flying. Now we need to go do a geo-recall on top of a tower. But this tower is really tall, and really our best way to gain height is by doing HSG, and then we're going to try to hook inside this tower if we can. That was perfect. That was, I've never had it go that good in a run. Wow. Wow. Oh my goodness. I couldn't, it cannot get better than that. Okay. Oh, okay, so now we're going to drink a speed potion and do our good old 5 FPS, look up, and are you going to teleport me away? What's going on here? Get me out of here. There we go. Now we're at the safe zone. Now we got to go start a cutscene to skip the Rise dialogue during this Jerry call. So we're going to go talk to our boy over here. Hey, Spike. I'm going to switch our objective to Mother's Day, and now we're going to go ahead and exit warp when our HUD comes back right there. And now we are on to the last portion of the entire run, actually. We're going to be going through this tunnel here. Let's see, turn around, go here. No, tunnel. I don't know why I said tunnel. Okay, go here. And also, we teleported to Mother's Day. That means my HSG sequence earlier, if you remember where I failed, I had to do a backup where I did a dark zone to update every single objective on the map. So that means that whole on-the-fly backup was actually successful. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, I think my game crashed.
That's not good.
Oh, very surprising. That has never happened before. Huh.
Chalk one up. That's never happened before.
Yeah, I have never had my game crash there. Wow.
Do we have time while we're reopening?
Yeah, let's go for it, yeah.
So we have $1,000 from Anonymous. No comment was provided, but that's like, math is hard, but like, it's at least like 40 tickets? That's roughly around there. That's at least a couple cards. Thank you so much from Anonymous for that donation. And we are also less than $1,000 away. We have $700 from that final boss Roboco incentive. So make sure when you are sending in those donation train donations, put them towards an incentive of your choosing.
I was about to say that this loading screen is starting to freak me out.
Yeah, it's just a longer loading screen when you first. Oh, hey, okay. Nothing really happened bad. We're right where we need to be. Should be good. We should be good. Okay, yeah, we're good. Yeah, I've never seen that crash there. It's really interesting.
weird.
This game doesn't
that's-
normally crash.
That's exactly where co-op ends, is at that door.
Yeah, this
final sequence is only single player for some reason.
Yeah, I think that is a trend across all the games.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're a little bit slow here, so we're just going to do some side dash to get to this door. Now we're going to be talking to our boy Rise at the top of the tower. We kind of have to climb this tower that he's on top of. And unfortunately, during this entire sequence, we are exhausted, so no HSG to get up there or shield flag glitch to get up there, as those both require the grapple hook. So we'll be manually just running all the way to the top of this tower. All right, we're going to go ahead and drink a speed pot and try to not get hit by a big rock from that guy. All right, perfect.
I was going to say, this is going to be mostly new to me because I don't really remember the end of my casual
yeah.
playthrough.
Yes, you've never done it before, yeah.
Like I said, I think I did it once in a casual playthrough and then like have not ever done it since.
Okay. Yeah, this is a pretty straightforward area. Well, since we don't have access to grapple, we're just kind of be managing our stamina just by sprinting everywhere. This is a baby zombie. These baby zombies can scream and reduce your movement speed. But for now, we can listen to this banger soundtrack as we just run across the extraction area, and we have time for a few donations.
We have so many tickets here for this donation train. We have $25 from Ken Cheeky that says choo choo.
Yeah, let's go.
We also have $50 from HYD07. Really happy to see Dying Light being run on GDQ. Definitely one of my favorite games ever. Good luck to the runner.
Thank you.
We've got $100 from Amalgam. Thank you for your tickets to the train. Please be aware that there is a void ahead. We've got $25 from Anonymous that says less than 3 MSF.
Yeah, big shout out to MSF.
Absolutely. Not only do your tickets get you on the train to $1.4 million, but they do a lot of good. And every train ticket, no matter how big or small, means the world of difference to someone in need.
All right, so now that we finished that big running sequence, we're going to be over here talking to Rise again. And I guess I forgot to put on a speed pot. Let me gotta do that. And we'll keep on dashing to the right, as it is faster than just sprinting. Even with a speed pot, dashing to the side is a little bit faster. So now we can't be too fast here, so I'm not trying to sweat to go to this elevator that we need to go to. As if we're too fast, we'll actually skip a trigger that we need to hit. That's like right here. So that's why I'm walking now. Now I'm going to sprint. I should be able to hit this elevator button. Hey, let's go. All right, so we were slow enough. If you're too fast, you have to backtrack to be able to hit this. Now up ahead is a crane. And we need to make a leap of faith onto this crane from somewhere on top of this building. And thankfully, there's actually some trash bags we can land on. But I don't want to land on no trash bags. If you notice earlier in the run, when I land on trash bags, we do like a long falling animation where we like lay down on the trash bags and then slowly get up. But thankfully, we also have our boy here, nice little friendly zombie. And if we're lucky, he will stay where he is and will not wander off. So we have to make no noise or else we aggro him and make sure our flashlight is not shining on him to aggro him where he walks off. But we want him to stay right there, because if you land on him, we don't have a falling animation compared to landing on those trash bags. So let's see if he stays there. So yeah, we can't shoot during this sequence right here, as that will make him wander off and just kind of walk off the crane. Also, Kareem, hello, goodbye. We just kind of hopped off his head there. All right, where's the zombie? Let's see. Oh, he's kind of far away. No, it's okay. We have a fast respawn here. Oh. We actually respawn down here. I didn't know that. Easy. Okay, sweet. Intended. Sweet. Okay, it's okay that he wasn't there. We ended up spawning down there anyway. And we're gonna shoot this guy. Let's get an aggro down the boomy boy, so we can just walk right past him. This is like, I guess it's technically a skip here, but we're gonna mantle up here, and then turn around and hit this trigger that we passed. And just kind of walk through here. And now up ahead, there's gonna be a zombie that will insta-kill us, so we have to make sure we go ahead and shoot him before he does that. Just like that. And now you're intended to just climb a bunch of ladders here, but we're Kyle Crane, so we know a thing or two about cranes, and we're just going to be kind of jumping on the little scaffolding up there. This one is required, and so is this next ladder. That guy throws rocks at us. We want to make sure we get rid of him so he doesn't knock us off here. But yeah, now ladders are optional, so we can either climb them to go slow, or we can do some parkour on the edge of the crane here. Oh, I don't have sprint. Okay, I think I'm sprinting again. Good. Okay, let's keep doing parkour. Very easy. Oh, what's going on? Very easy to fall down, as I was going to say, as I was falling down, but we saved it. Okay. Made it to the top of the crane. We're going to jump on top of the zombie. Oh, we're going to jump on top of the zombie to get up here. Okay, nice. And right on top here. Now we're approaching the very final end of the run and the final boss fight with Rise. So jump over here to this yellow crate, or these yellow wall segments, and just climb our way up here. Also, look how fast this is, and that's all thanks to level 5 parkour. If we had like some level 5 parkour, this would be miserable to climb, but thankfully, we're all good on that. We're gonna go ahead and drink a speed potion. And finish running all the way up here to our boy Rise to confront him on top of the tower. All right, climb over here. Just a couple more flights to go up, and we will be there. So we're gonna drop down, mantle. Oh, okay, we made it. I was a little bit scuffed, but we're okay. Now we're actually gonna have access to our grapple hook, and we can finish the run off by grappling right here and starting the final cutscene.
Good.
All right.
Skill points.
True. All right, well, that's pretty much the run so far. This is the final cutscene, the final fight. This is all QTE. And the QTE for this is based on your movement keys. For me, that is SDFE. Wait, SDFE-SS. So that's going to be our QTE. So it's left, down, right, up, left, left. So hopefully I don't choke this. All right.
I believe in you. I think you got it.
Let's go. S. Hey, we're fast enough. All right, what's the next one? Let's see if we can get it in time.
Tu as raison sur une chose.
All right. D.
Suleiman est mort.
DFESS. All right, we have time for some donations here when we go through this little fight sequence. Let's go for it while I just autopilot this.
We've got $20 from Smush that says, mind the gap. We have so many train tickets, $50 from Nicholas Howard. That's 2 on the train to 1.4 million. $25 from Metcat says, choo choo.
Je vais t'apprendre, Crane. Tu vas
$25 from Anonymous. Thank you for that ticket on the train. Welcome aboard.
All right.
Incredible timing on that. Right as we stab Rise.
We're pretty much done with the run. We have one more interaction to go through, but in the meantime, I guess I'll do my outro for this. I'd like to thank Solist, Guillaume, Gutty, Deathhound, and Sneak. Like, these are just all incredible people, a part of the Dying Light community that helped make this run possible. They helped me so much with the routing and just helping me relearn this game after my break for a couple of years. Incredible community, and these runners are absolutely just really good at the game. I am nowhere near their level, and if you're interested in Dying Light speedrunning, please go check out the speedrun.com leaderboards and check out all of their runs. And if you're interested in New Game Plus runs, the movement there is even more crazy than what you see here with this HSG. There's lots of slide canceling and all of that. And you can also join the Dying Light Discord, which is where, you know, all the Dying Light content takes place. We do Dying Light 1, Dying Light 2, and Dying Light Beast, which is the newest Dying Light. Amy, do you have anything to say for the outro?
Thanks for bringing me on the couch, man, and I'm really glad that, you know, we were able to inspire you to pick up this game. This run is sick.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. Again, thank you.
Yeah.
And to TFC as well.
Yeah, TFC. Shout out to all the friends back home, and shout out to all the production crew backstage. Yeah. I'll see you guys in, what time is it? 5 hours for my production shift.
All right, the TIME word is coming up, so get ready on that. After this next interaction finishes. Also, we got to give our boy Rise the files here that Jerry wants, just so he secures his life. Okay. Also, fun fact, I ran. Oh wait, time's coming up. Time. All right. There we go. Not too shabby. 138.29.
With that game crash, I think that's totally fine. That was so weird.
Dude, I've never seen it before.
a game crash like that.
I've never had the game crash at home on my runs ever. But yeah, again, if you're all interested in running Dying Light, make sure you join the Discord. And also expect a tutorial for this category from me in the next coming weeks. This category is my favorite way to run, so I will be making a tutorial for this run, so we can get some more runners on this. HSG, incredible. I love this speedrun. It will probably be forever cemented in my top 3 speedruns of all time. Everything about this game is so good. It's such a great game casually, and the speedrun perspective just flawless in my eyes. But yeah, I've been Eric. Thank you for watching our any% HSG run. I think that's all for me.
J'ai des tonnes de raisons de vous dire d'aller vous faire foutre.